had the opportunity to talk to key decision makers like yourself with responsibility for influencing and maximizing efficiencies of your company's operations. We hear about the challenges you face in dealing with equipment and tool rental processes. In fact, these three numbers tell a story about the need to increase visibility and accountability, to streamline processes, and to achieve greater cost control and cost reduction in the rental process. According to a Texas A&M survey of industrial and commercial firms, 82% acknowledge that an increase in equipment utilization would in fact increase operational ROI. In the same survey, however, 46% of the key decision makers did not track equipment utilization. So based on RFC data that we've gathered over time, 24% of the equipment is kept past its estimated return date. On average of 15 days. Now, leaders like you share with us how equipment rental is affecting your short-term and long-term strategies. So here's another way to illustrate this. Today, companies are telling us that there's different factors affecting the overall rental scenario. The first being decentralization. While a necessary element in many organizations, a decentralized process challenges overall effectiveness. Varying systems are needed to manage the rental process. And many vendors are required to handle organizational needs. Multiple employees are needed to handle rental requests and tool requests. And numerous crafts must be provided the right equipment at the right time. So what are the results of all these factors? First, organizations are renting too much of equipment. Rental duplication occurs, leading to wasted resources across many projects. Second, rentals are kept too long, resulting in unnecessary past due expenditures. And lastly, there's excessive complexity in rental management. Employees use and develop a variety of different systems to manage the rental process. Some have sticky notes, some have spreadsheets, some even tell us about swivel time, a vivid example of how administrators move from a computer process, swiveling around to a mechanical process, and back again to a computer, all in an effort to manage the rental process. So what are the end results of too much, too long, and too complex? Well, first, excessive rental costs are involved in this process. Too much time is being spent managing this process. And lastly, reduced productivity of your most valuable asset, your own people. So this is at best a fragmented, reactive process. Perhaps the biggest risk involved in this process is that it affects your overall approach to your future goals. Effectively getting from today to a future level of desired excellence is impacted by the equipment rental process. So failure to move away from this reactive process threatens your organization's potential growth trajectory. So how do many organizations choose to address the equipment rental risk? Well, many do so by looking purely at price as a determining factor for decision making. They seek the lowest line item cost and perceived advantageous terms as a way to effectively manage this process, when in fact price has been shown to have 1/6 the financial impact of truly facing too much, too long, too complex. So simply choosing to address this process by seeking the lowest price sends your company into the abyss. So the good news is companies are choosing to work with RSC because they seek to find a better way to bridge the gap between today and a future level they wish to achieve. They recognize that equipment rental and overall equipment management affects productivity, employee engagement, and overall project success. So only by working with RSC will they achieve their organizational goals. So let's look at each of these goals and how best-in-class companies are working with RSC to achieve them. Our first goal is that of improved visibility and accountability. What if your team had insight into all aspects of the rental process? With tools such as RSC's Total Control, you can have unparalleled visibility management and functionality to optimize the rental process. This will reduce redundancies and late return rentals. With RSC's management by exception strategy, you can focus on actionable data based on criteria you define to empower you and your team to make the best strategic decisions. Some firms also leverage our embedded GPS technology. Our second goal is that of streamlined operations and processes. What if you had a partner in managing the equipment rental more effectively? With RSC's managed services technology, you will have a dedicated partner familiar with your organization's processes. Most importantly, you will have a partner in maintaining a safe and efficient working environment for every member of your team. Our third goal is that of cost control and cost reduction. What if you had the right tools and the right strategy to make a substantial impact on your organization's overall costs and ROI? With customized scorecards and key performance indicators benchmarked against industry standards, you and your team will be empowered to operate the highest possible levels of efficiency. You will have customized data to validate and justify rental decisions across your entire operation. And more importantly, you will have actionable information to make future decisions. So companies are choosing to work with RSC Rental to achieve these goals. We refer to this strategy as RSC Consumption Management. While this might be an unfamiliar premise, it's a new strategy that companies like yours are implementing to magnify savings to a level of 6 times that of price, and it can only be accomplished by working with RSC. So having the right equipment at the right time with processes that produce cost savings is the heart of RSC consumption management. And it's the bridge that crosses the gap from today to a future level of operational efficiency. So if you want to truly align all the factors that are associated with the equipment rental process, and if you want to move away from this fragmented reactive process to a proactive, repeatable process, and replace risk with success, and the only clear path forward is to work with RSC. So this is what best-in-class companies are choosing to do. And choosing the combined power of you and RSC will drive your company to unparalleled future success. So let me show you a company that's currently choosing to work with RSC. A major oil and gas company has recently decided to work with RSC to maximize their equipment rental program. They realized a 35% increase in utilization among key rental items resulted in a 28% reduction in dollars spent. And all of this in only 3 months. So now let's talk about how you and RSC can work together to achieve similar results. Thank you.